The next thing we have to understand about underdevelopment is institutional and market imperfection. When we talk of institutional and market imperfection, specifically what we mean here is that there is fragmentation and distortion of markets in those poor developed countries, as you are very much aware. Example of our country. You can see the way the market is. You can see the way institutions are being, that's economic institutions are being managed. That's the other thing. And another thing is predominancy of traditional sector. That one I cannot explain, because you understand very clearly that every sector in our economy is dominated in a traditional way. It's not managed scientifically the way it is supposed to be. The other thing is exploration or excavation of modern sector. Those are the things which are making us to understand or to know that the economy is poorly indeed developed. And if we can go further, there is what we call social dualism. People are generally mixed up in terms of social dualism, as we have said. Now, what are the causes of this backwardness? And hence, how do we integrate it? How do we bring the bottom-up model of economic growth and development to assist Kenyans to improve their level of living, to improve their income, the level of income? You know, the bottom-up model is not something which was introduced in Kenya today, or only in Kenya, as we can say. This model, first of all, in fact, it was introduced in Germany, Britain, and America. Those economies, that's where they are developed. And even Joe Biden recently supported the same model. And even in America, right away, now, as we are talking, the current president of America is supporting that model. Because even though the model was tested in 1943 by Nagesian theory, and it was proved to be working. It was proved to be the right model when it comes to economic development, when it comes to development. However, what are the causes of backwardness? In fact, we have got varieties of causes of backwardness. Even if you can move outside Kenya there, you cannot miss to identify even physically exactly what is happening. Why do we say that a given place, a given economy is backward? The most important thing, number one, is political factors. I have an example of Kenya. See the way Kenyan politics is. See the way the Kenyan government is handling the economy. Other things they are doing try and error. To be sincere, we don't have a planned economy, but things are happening. They find one day or early in the morning things are changing. Even though the people who are implementing the current economic development in Kenya, they don't know exactly, I'm sorry to say, but I have to tell you the truth. They don't know exactly which theory they are applying in doing those things. They don't understand. But unfortunately, even Kenyans are crying because they are not being informed. Political backwardness or political factor is one of the most important things which can make a country be backward. You can see the political scenario which is happening now in Kenya. There is unnecessary competition in terms of talking, in terms of implementing, in terms of coming out with the new factors of development. And finally, you find that our people cannot be able to understand exactly what's happening. Let us take an example of the standard gauge railway. It is a very good strategy which was introduced to assist the economy. But now, even the way it was introduced, clear information was not given. And that's why you find that there is a lot of politics in the so-called standard gauge railway. The other one is drainage of surplus. Because of poor politics, a lot of surplus are wasted. Because of poor politics, there is a slow in capital formation. And that's why we are seeing factor number one, which can make you understand that there is backwardness in that place or in that country, is politics. Politics plays that game in the economy. Factor number two is political obstacles. That means economic obstacles. Economic obstacles. Those are the factors which can make you understand that the country is backwardness. Is backward. When we talk of economic obstacles, we mean obstacles like capital deficiency. There's no capital. There's no money to run the economy. Low level of technology. Indeed, that's another factor of which can make you understand or know that a given economy is backward. Absence of entrepreneurs. The entrepreneur play a lot of activity, a lot of role in development of the economy. And institutional inadequacy. Those are the things which can make you understand that there is backwardness in that given region. Factor number three is about social, cultural hindrance. That one you understand it because of our culture, because of our traditions, because of our belief makes us to lag behind in terms of development. And that is one of the most important key indicator of backwardness. So, I don't want to explain much more about the same, since I have already mentioned it in our area on CRIP. Finally, we can talk about the vicious circle of poverty as it was indeed described by Naxé. Naxé is one of the leading economists, the leading economist in the world, who came up with the theory of vicious circle of poverty. And you find that people are rotating inside their poverty all through, until by the time they come to find out the way out, you find that everything is being exhausted. So, when we talk of vicious circle of poverty, as it was introduced by Naxé in 1943, imagine Kenya, we are implementing now things which happened in 1943. That where Britain was in 1943, it is where now we are heading to. So when we talk of the vicious circle of poverty, this is study situation where you find that people cannot be able to move out of their hardship, out of their poverty, out of the low level of living. So for now, I don't want to go much more about that. I thank you, my audience, for listening to me. Next, we'll talk about the next level of development. That's the second indicator of bottom-up model of growth and development. That is, we must be able to understand the meaning of development. Thank you, and God bless you.